video review is for The Town That Built Us by Jessie J. Thoma. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog then there's a link within the post. And this is the video review. So, The Town That Built Us by Jessie J. Thoma. This was just the sweetest story. It was so lovely. Grace returns to the small town she used to call home after the death of her father, and Bonnie, who is an old sort of flame, was there the night that Grace's father died, but she's the last person she wants to see and spend time with because she's the only person that she's ever loved. And when she learns that her father has left the house to both of them, she's kind of left wondering what to do for the best and whether there are any second chances for them. So I absolutely adored this. It was really, really heartwarming. It's a wonderful second chance romance. And it was just the sweetest story about accepting and understanding while learning from the past and then taking some chances. Grace and Bonnie, they were strained from that very first meeting again. But they quickly fell back into sort of a more comfortable acceptance than I think either one of them expected to. You know, it was just this natural thing between them that was hard to ignore. So for a while things remained slightly awkward, even though they'd found that sort of it wasn't as bad as they thought, like they could be in a room together, but it remained a little bit awkward, especially when they were trying to be respectful of one another's feelings about this situation with the house and where they found themselves. But a lot of decisions were on Grace. She was the one who had the life elsewhere, and she was the one who had left, even though it had been Bonnie's fault. So they both ended up really endearing themselves to me because like Grace's dad, I just really hoped they were going to find, with a little bit of gentle encouragement, they were going to find what they had once again and take that chance this time, because they really did suit each other very, very well. Bonnie had this great collection of friends around her who actually were really helpful. They helped her process everything with Grace being back, and they could be that support as she navigated potentially getting hurt again if Grace, you know, if Grace left and she'd embraced this chance to spend time with her again. So they had really sweet moments when exploring what had transpired and whether they could put it aside, and exploring whether they could temporarily try this and work out if they could be something more if Grace made the decision to stay. But I just loved every moment of the story. There's not a lot to say about it without giving away way too many spoilers. So I just loved every moment of the story. It was a real feel-good romance, really uplifting. It had a really beautiful sentiment and a simple message, which was follow your heart, believe in happiness. Grace had been tirelessly chasing this happiness elsewhere for years, only to realise she'd left it all behind anyway, and it was right where she left it. What a lovely sort of sentiment to return to something that you thought you were looking for but you've always had. And you know, she didn't know she'd had it and lost it. That was just such a big moment, and it really sort of hit home with me, and I really found this just such an uplifting and beautiful story that I really, really enjoyed, and I hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of The Town That Built Us by Jessie J. Thoma, which I really, really hope you will. And if you have read it, then please do share your thoughts and let us know what you found, how you found the story, what you thought of it. If you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you're now super intrigued and thinking, yes, I really want to read that, then again, please do share and let us know, because it was great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I really hope you fall in love with it and have a lovely time reading it. It's just such a beautiful and sweet romance. Bye.